We sing a song of hope, lightning in the skies, from the fire in our eyes, burning through the storm. Fueled by a burning love, we raise our eyes above, see the elders and the young, all our colors in the sun, rising up as one, yes, rising up as one. Keep the fire burning, keep your head held high, as you look into the eyes of those who'd bring you down. They cannot bring us down. We will rise, 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 we will rise. Oh, together we will rise, we will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Sing it with me. Together we will rise. Together we will rise. We will rise. Oh, together we will rise.
Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you, Lori Siegel. Thank you, David Ross. So this show, for the first time, we're doing it with us, several of us in the same room. And we have to figure out several things. We hope that if you're listening, you can give us some feedback through the comment. Let us know if the sound is okay. We have some new system stuff to work out. And we're here also with
Do you want to
with Peter Siegel, who's Lori Siegel's brother.
I'm going to move this way.
And
move this towards me.
Hey guys, you guys are.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Yeah, we're about to do the big turn your computer just so people. We got a big hole in the wall. Can you just turn it for a second?
Oh, you really want me to? No, the camera's not.
Okay, the camera's not there. Never mind.
Wait. Oh, no,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't really see. Oh, well.
You can't. Anyway, there's a big hole in the wall that we made recently. So today we're going to put a door in. So I think if we sing some songs first.
You should sing a song. Yeah, let's get some Peter Siegel and Karen Brooks from Vermont into the mix here. Thank you again for everybody for listening to this new format. And we're going to work it all out, but you're all part of the experiment. So thank you for being here this morning.
All right. Ready?
So this is a song. This is just Karen just suggested this a couple minutes ago. I sing this like every other day with my kids at school. So why not?
We shared music teaching jobs in different towns.
We
swapped back and forth. It was kind of funny. So we have a little of our elementary school repertoire. All right.
All right.
All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing high,
some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands for anything they got down.
Listen to the bass, it's one on the bottom where the bullfrog goes. Hippopotamus moans and groans at the big tree. Oh, now it just goes smooth. All good kids got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing high, some sing out loud on the telephone wire.
Some just clap their hands, paws, anything they got to do.
Oh, dogs and cats, they take up the middle where the hummingbird hums and the cricket fiddles and the donkey brays and the pony neighs and the old coyote howls.
Listen to the top when little bird sings melody with the high notes ringing down counters over everything. Jailbird disagrees. No, sir.
All got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing high. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands and paws or anything they got to
Singing in the nighttime. Oh, singing in the
nighttime, singing in the day. A little duck quacks and it's on its way. The opossum ain't got much to say, and the porcupine talks to himself.
Poor thing.
All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing high. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got down.
It's Simp Song, Lim Song everywhere.
By the ox and the fox and the grizzly bear, the grumpy alligator and the hog above, and the fly raccoon and the turtle dove. One more time. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing high. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got down.
Sing. Oh, okay, we forgot
Is that
one.
it?
That's okay, singing in the nighttime.
Oh, I think we already sang
Oh, we
that
did
one.
that. Okay. I've never
we're-
sung it with anybody else and swap verses. That's challenging.
I hope I wasn't talking over you there. I
Well,
forgot.
that's the end. Here we go. Wait.
Were you?
So can you I see some hearts out there, so I guess this is working. Hey, Renee.
Oh, good. You guys sound good, by the way.
JP, it's great to see some folks coming on, and Andre, the link is in the email.
It was a confusing email this time, I have to say.
Go. Life is confusing. We're in a pandemic. So, even though
It's all this excitement, not wearing masks. We don't know what to do.
So now we're going to go back to David Ross over here with a Lyle Lovett tune that used to kick off our in-person shows of Breakneck Ridge Review. And it's If I Had a Boat. And I know a lot of people, if we had a boat, we'd be out sailing. Donna Nestler is probably out sailing today. So David, over to you.
Well, if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, well, I'd ride him on my boat. We could all together go out on the ocean. Me upon my pony on my boat. Well, if I were Roy Rogers, sure enough be single, couldn't bring myself all to marrying old Dale. It'd just be me and Trigger. We go riding through them movies. Then we'd buy a boat, yeah, and off to sea we'd sail. 'Cause if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, well, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean. Me upon my pony on my boat. Well, the mystery man was smart. He got himself a Tonto, 'cause Tonto did the dirty work for free. But Tonto, he was smarter, and one day said, Kemosabe, won't you kiss my ass? I got a boat, and I'm heading out to sea. 'Cause if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, well, I'd ride him on my boat. We could all together go out on the ocean. Me upon my pony on my boat. Go ahead, Andy. Well, if I were like lightning, wouldn't need no sneakers. I'd come and go wherever I would please. And I'd scare 'em by the light tree, and I'd scare 'em by the pine tree. But I would not scare my pony on my boat out on the sea. 'Cause if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. Yeah, and if I had a pony, well, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean. Me upon my pony on my boat. Yeah, me upon my pony on my boat. Oh, me upon my pony on my boat.
And there we are. So far, so good. getting there,
That's
getting organized.
1/3 of the Breakneck Ridge Review.
Yes.
Yeah.
1/3.
So, Peter and Karen, does that sound okay? First,
That did. It sounded beautiful. Yeah.
great.
Great.
I'm really glad you caught that max setting before we headed to
Yeah. And every time. That's why I've had that problem myself.
that. And I see a comment here. An old Bill Staines piece? Question mark. Was that Peter? Was that?
Yes, that was.
That's Bill
that was
Staines,
Bill
all right.
Staines.
Well, Mr. Tin Glindy, or whoever you are with that ferret, I also play the way he does. I play backwards. I love Bill Staines, not just because he and I are both unrepentant, upside-down guitar players. So,
Along with Jimi Hendrix, of course.
no, he restrung.
Oh, he restrung.
He restrung. That's cheating. Real left-handers. Actually, the Wikipedia page for left-hand guitar players has a separate section on people who don't restring. People like me.
Oh.
Wow.
Jimmy Cliff is another one.
Whoa.
You have to have a
Yeah.
very particularly flexible brain.
Yeah, Albert Lee
Yes.
and the late great surf guitar player. Oh my God, Dick Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're all, not that I'm remotely in the same class of guitar player as they are. It's separate. It's a separate world. The world of unrepentant, unrestrung. And here is Barbara Discant up in Buffalo environs. Barbara, I have an apology to make. We've been had to do so much to set up to do the show in person today that I didn't have time to kind of prepare to show that video you wanted to play. So we could do that another week, I hope. Is that okay?
Okay, that sounds good to me. Can you hear me?
We sure can. Can you hear me?
Oh, great! This time I think I fixed all my stupid glitches from last week.
You should
But
have seen
last time
our
on.
video 20
That's
minutes
fine.
ago.
I did watch, but at any rate, I do have a song that I can share with you though, if you like. And I also wanted to talk about that there's going to be a virtual contra dance that Nadine and I are playing on May 22nd. And I sent you the link. And if you can at least maybe get that, I just emailed the link to.
What's that?
So I
Yeah.
wanted to share
What's the name of
that
the
with people if possible. It brings communities together and all that kind of thing, which is
I
great.
will.
And in the
If
absence
you,
of, which
If you started us off with a tune, I can find the link in the meantime.
okay, sure. I figure in honor of Mother's Day, this is a humorous tune that I wrote that I was thinking of sharing last week before I turned out totally overloaded and just had to not do it. So forgive me.
I know the feeling.
I just realized, I can't pull this off. My voice just went on me. And, if you want a croaking frog, you can go hiking. That's what I sounded like.
Oh, bye.
Which
And I
fine.
found that link. I'm going to show it to everybody right now. So here we go.
Oh, beautiful.
Contradance.link.info.
Yes, it's a fantastic experience doing these virtual dances. It really is. Anyway, this is the song. Is the sound roughly okay?
Sounds great.
Good. Well, let's see what you think of this. I wrote this for my son in honor of my son Eric. I get up in the morning and what do I see? A big fat belly and a funny looking me. I think about some fanciful scheme when something comes to change the scene. I feel tap tap, ping ping, clunk clunk, roll. I'm sharing this body with another soul. It goes tap tap, ping ping, clunk clunk, slide. A wiggle and a squiggle full of love inside. I watch my navel boogie up and down, ripples on the tummy swirling all around, jerk, gush, light, bubble everywhere. I wonder what that child is doing in there to go tap, tap, ping, ping, clunk, clunk, roll. I'm sharing this body with another soul. It goes tap, tap, ping, ping, clunk, clunk, slide. A wiggle and a squiggle full of love inside. I walk with a waddle and land with a plop. Can get stuck in turnstiles, eat and pee a lot. The emotional roller coaster is quite a deal, but it's hard to stop laughing sometimes when I feel that tap tap, ping ping, clunk clunk, roll. I'm sharing this body with another soul. Tap, ping ping, clunk clunk, slide. A wiggle and a squiggle full of love inside. years to come, we're going to share a lot. Joys, laughs, and troubles, and who knows what. Lessons to take and lessons to give, but I'll never forget, as long as I live, that tap, tap, ping, ping, clunk, clunk, roll. I've shared this body with another soul. It goes tap, tap, ping, ping, clunk, clunk, slide. A wiggle and a squiggle full of love inside. And after the baby was born, this was the song. I get up in the morning, and what do I see? A newborn baby nursing on me, close to 7 pounds of beautiful kid. And I still can't figure just what he did to go tap, tap, ping, ping, clunk, clunk, roll. I shared this body with another soul. It went tap, tap, ping, ping, clunk, clunk, slide. A wiggle and a squiggle full of love inside. It went tap, tap, ping, ping, clunk, clunk, roll. I shared this body with another soul. It went tap, tap, ping, ping, clunk, clunk, slide. A wiggle and a squiggle full of love inside. And a wiggle and a squiggle full of love inside.
He's muted. Oh, careful. Oh, shit.
That's all right. We can still see.
And that was my wonderful son, Eric. I don't think I can hear you guys anymore.
Andy, are you muted?
Yeah, are you muted?
You mean for once it wasn't me?
You can hear us though, Barbara.
Can you hear us, Barbara?
Now I can. Yes, I can. I can hear all of you. And the first thing I thought is, oh no, what did I mess up now? Anyway, Eric is now
can you hear me now?
35, and he's a lovely guy.
I can hear you now, Andy.
Okay, sorry about that. Now I was saying we have a nephew who is a jolly, giggly little creature, just like you're talking a new nephew. And let's see. Ray Pierre Humbert is in the house from Oxford, England. Ray, you could spread to people over in the UK that link there, contradance.link.info from Barbara.
Definitely will. Yes. We go to virtual contra dances all over the world. I have some friends in France who do virtual contra dances too. So
I wanted to just mention one thing that song reminded me a little bit of the Kinks. The tea in the morning, tea in the evening, tea at supper time. There's something about the rhythm. There's a song about you got to have a cup of tea. Hallelujah, 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 Rosalie. It's a song. It's like an homage to tea.
And Andy, we're going to have to go in just a minute. I don't know if we have time to do one more, but
It would
we're
be
going
great.
to have to leave.
Yes, do one more. That'd be great.
Great.
All right,
And
let's.
again, everybody
So,
there.
I want to say that Barbara and Nadine, and it's those virtual dances are what sustained me through the year too. It's like a lot of that was a lot of income. In fact, I just did main fiddle camp thing last night, and it's amazing. It's really amazing stuff. I don't understand the dancers wanting to actually dance while in their living rooms by themselves, but I'm perfectly happy to be playing the music for it.
Well, I'm one of the ones who dances alone in her living room.
Oh,
and
good.
I watch everybody, and when they do a ricochet, you see all the hands coming into the screen, and it's wonderful. You don't have to worry about getting the steps right, and it really is fun.
You're benefiting and you're contributing to the dance musician economy that we are all in.
Exactly. Well, this one is the one we're doing is the all hands in dance, and there are 12 dance communities that put this on together. And I know there are many others. Andy, if you could, Andrew, Pierre, if you're willing to send out some links to some of the others, I'm sort of feeling
sure.
like
Yeah,
I'm
just-
for them.
yeah.
It keeps me going.
There's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
California
just-
ones that are great.
Yeah.
You're good. I'm
Yeah.
glad you're on it too, Pete.
Yeah.
So, and Peter, if you could sing one more tune, that'd be great. By the
Sure,
way,
we're
question.
brainstorming something we could do together impromptu that we've never sung, so we're gonna do this song.
Yeah.
And Lori's gonna sing along too. I know you're gonna have your mic off, Lori, but I know you're gonna be singing along with
Right.
this one.
she's not hearing you right now.
What's that?
She can't hear you right now.
Oh.
One thing I wanted to ask you is, in the last minute or so, were you hearing any echo turning on and off?
No.
Because I'm trying to see if they can listen without it becoming an echo loop.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, this is a song y'all can sing along with. Written by someone in Canada. All right, I'm going to take my headphone out. Here we go. If the fiddlebow knew no bowstroke, if the concertina bellows broke, no one sang or cracked a joke, then what's the good in living? For all life is like a tune, sounds so sweet and ends too soon. You better rosin up your bow before it's time to go. No one threw their feet about. If the Guinness boys stopped making stout, find what life was all about, and then become quite thirsty. For all life is like a tune, sounds so sweet and ends too soon. You better rosin up your bow before it's time to go. When all your stuff is hopped or pawned, all your money's spent and gone, find what luck was I never even knew it. For all of life is like a tune, sounds so sweet and ends too soon. You better rosin up your bow before it's time to go. Oh, the fiddlebow knew no bowstroke, if the concertina bellows roll, no one sang or cracked a joke, then what's the good in living? For all of life seems like a tune, sounds so sweet and ends too soon. You better rosin up your bow before it's time to go.
And now we better rosin up our tools and get that door in. So nice to see you all. Hey, Ray. Good
Hi.
to see you. Bye,
to see you.
Lori. Love you guys.
Really great to see you.
Hi. Good to see you both.
A
And good
quick,
to hear your guitar again, Pete.
quick question for those who are still here. Any echo?
Sounds good.
Sounds
We're
good.
leaving.
You're not hearing an echo from us. Are you hearing an echo, Ray?
I'm hearing a bit of an echo. Yep.
You are. Okay. I'm going to. Okay. There we go.
No
So,
echo- no echo now. Yep.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out how we can all listen to what's being said without. We're going to have to get like multiple headsets or something. It's great to be here with both of you again, and it's so cool that you have so much in common. Coming, Ray, who was in Chicago for a long time, now in the UK at Oxford, and Barbara in Buffalo. A lot of musical, superimposed musical interests. So, Ray, what's on your musical mind this morning?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's too bad. I missed my window of overlap with for the sheep song. I think I'll hold that in reserve for the next time that I am on together with Karen. But I've been thinking about French. I've been playing a lot of French stuff, and so I thought I would play something from the musette tradition, which dates back all the way to the late 19th century when the Auvergnats brought that into Paris. And then, but it really took off in the 20s and 30s when, as a dance music, that when the Italians got involved and brought the accordion into it. So it's a great bunch of music. I've got all these musette collections that I've been working my way through. And it's interesting. Originally, it's about the time the Italians got involved and brought in the accordion. That's about what they originally used to accompany it with banjo. And Django Reinhardt, one of his first gigs, was playing banjo. There's no recordings of this, unfortunately, but one of his first gigs was playing banjo to accompany musette and musette dances. So
I would love to. Boy, that would.
Yeah, I had no idea that he ever played banjo. It's well, he was probably unknown at the time, and it's really it's in the histories, but it's not in any recording. So anyway, so this let's see which I think I'll bring out this kind of musette tune.
And while you're getting your big accordion and set up, I want to say good morning to Andre Codrescu, poet extraordinaire. Great to have you with us.
Hey, Andre.
Thank you. It took me a while to figure it out today, but I'm here.
Bravo.
Yeah.
We're still learning. That's what life is about. Learning every day. Okay, Ray, over to you.
Okay, so this is another one of those fast waltzes from the musette tradition. This particular kind of dance is called a java, and it was written by Jackie Noguez, one of the great musette accordionists, and it's called Back to Bach for reasons you'll probably figure out. And the tempo notation on it says tempo de Java bien temporé. So. And I figure if astrophysics, if I ever lose my taste for astrophysics, I can always go hang out on the Paris Metro and do busking. But a lot of what you hear on the Paris Metro from the buskers are these musette things. So, yeah.
Unbelievably beautiful. So, Andre, what do you have for us this morning in the way of verbiage?
Well, I went out last night. It seemed like everybody in Brooklyn had poured out of their houses and went to hear music and do other things. It was a wonderfully festive. And I heard some young musicians who wrote during the pandemic, all sorts of things. And there was a particular group I really liked. They were very on. It's called Shelter Puppy, which a lot of people had. You know, my neighbors actually bought a puppy for a lot of money, and they had to go to another state to get it. It was such a shortage of puppies during the pandemic. So they wrote this stuff. So anyway, you know, I've been writing things and then thinking about how wonderful it was to exit this period. And I discovered in my mail, which is a tower of a lot of interesting nonsense, this museum email that I'm reading it for David. It was about the museum coming to your home. There was a whole lot of museums writing, museum is coming to your home. And so I thought that was another bad thing about COVID-19. Museum delivering art at your home. What an idea. Hieronymus Bosch coming to visit. The many heads of Baptists on trays at the front door. All those stiff ricos from the Tate, riddles with wrinkles, holding your dining room hostage to their small talk. Napoleon crossing, George Washington crossing, St. Michael's battling on the roof, hooved gargoyles. Even those Flemish baskets of dead fish and cheese are here not to be eaten, but to displace your mom's embroidered wisdom and your kids' art class collages. Danton guillotines on my kitchen table. What nerves. Psyche and Eros doing their thing in my reading chair. So much immodesty, so much hair. Oh, art, please stay under lock and key in the museum there. Well, this was a moment of, you know, it's a way of saying goodbye to that whole thing. And I hope I can go to a museum soon and see it and do the old thing of actually spending as much time as I want in front of things. So,
that's great. Yes, there's lots of change underway. That's a beautiful, some beautiful things there. David was greatly enjoying it as a longtime art curator and museum director.
That too much.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there were some serious things like, you know, I've thought a lot about time during this cube of compressed time that we just lived through. It's a whole year, you know, and then you pick up where you left off. It's very strange. I didn't recognize people. They took their masks off.
Right.
So it's all kind of strange things going on. So I thought I wrote a work called No Longer Easily Tradable. Time, not flesh, is the valuable commodity, yet time is flesh compressed by time and devalued by it. The time comes when flesh devalued by time can express its existence only by the presence of time, in the absence of which it will disappear. The flesh can exist without time for 30 years. After that, it's work either to deny or to acknowledge it. Time just isn't there if the body ignores it, which is just about impossible after 30. Though there are many charlatans and saints out there trading in expressions of time in language that can sometimes mime its disappearance. To be gullible at the exact moment it loses value. And language has its own time and timing, reserved for the body, covered suddenly by questions like lesions, pustules, and hives, or previously desirable flesh that speaks unfortunately and times itself. To be an animal outside of time and words. Yeah. Notes from from when time did funny things. Hopefully it'll stretch out, and now we can feel that we live in place more than time. I don't know. I can hear you, but I'm not sure if this is a silence.
It's a new setup. That's what it is.
Okay.
We've got two screens open right now and still going back and
Sometimes
forth.
people get real quiet and you say, "What did I say?" Say something truly terrible.
I thought it would be wonderful to hear from Barbara again, and we will play the video of you with Nadine doing, so we can see her foot tapping and everything. Perhaps next week or sometime soon. Is wonderful. How's she doing, by the way? I know you're separated by space now. Oh, you're muted right now, Barbara.
There, am I unmuted now? Okay. She's doing real great. She's watching the show today, so I can say hi to Dean on broadcast. And she's doing good, and I get to visit her next week. And she's still doing her farming and enjoying her lovely housemates. She has two lovely ones. And now that we're all vaccinated, I call it vaccination plus 2 weeks. Now that we all are, there. Now we have to answer all kinds of questions. Before, the answers were no, no, no. And now it's like, well, what do we do? What do we don't do? But I know for sure that I'm visiting her and her vaccinated housemates. And anyway, she seems to be enjoying life. Nadine, I'm sure you won't be correcting me on that. You sounded real happy when I've talked to you. And, that's it. She's still farming. They're feeding people. They had their big seedling sale, and they're feeding 400 families right now at that farm she's at.
That's fantastic. What's the name of it again?
I hate to say it. I'm going to quick check my phone.
If
Nadine is here, could you text me? Could you please
put it in the chat?
Or in the chat, put in the name of the
Yeah, I
farm.
remember I found the website the other day.
Nadine, if you could put the name on, if you could hear me, put it on my chat and I'll share it.
That's great. Do you have another tune in mind?
I guess I can. This is a more serious one, also in praise. It's about two moms and two daughters. One of the moms and daughters is myself and Nadine is the second young lady who comes up in the song. And this is in praise for, a lot of praise for the other mother who I'm singing about, who was an amazing woman, just amazing. It's called Make It Better. And
there's Nadine. She just posted. It's the Waltham Fields Community Farm. Fantastic. So everybody can Google for that and learn more. Feeding 400 families.
Nadine, because I keep getting it wrong, and as we all know, if moms get something from their daughters wrong, there are consequences.
That goes for sons too, just from personal experience.
Yeah. Yes, I know. I have two sons as well.
All right.
Okay, this one is called Make It Better, and it's a true story, by the way. I'm just going to adjust this so I can get it actually closer to me. I'm in the wrong key. Melissa was a happy girl, loving and loved too, with bright big brown eyes, off to college and her dreams, and then one day leukemia came. She fought with power and grace, strong as a willow tree, embraced by family, living life fully, till 2 years later it took her away. She often felt alone. There were playgroups for children, circles for women, but she was neither one of these. And it's hard enough just to be a teen. She wrote long letters, made gifts to her friends, traveled with her family, took class to the end, and just 3 days before she died, while sitting by her mother's side, she said, "Mother, If you've learned anything from this, take what you've learned and do something to make it better. Oh, mother, if you've learned anything from this, take what you've learned and do something to make it better. Lauren walked in tears of grief. She planted a garden, lilacs and roses, geraniums, lilies and daisies. And then one day a vision came, a place where teens could belong, teens living with cancer, to be together, to share the journey wherever it led and never be alone. It started small in her living room, earnest conversation, a splash in a pool, and time went on and word had grown. TLC moved into a place of its own, with outings, gatherings, and moving about, a friendly place to just hang out, a voice in this community, with it Melissa's living, loving legacy. Oh, mother, if you've learned anything from this, take what you've learned and do something to make it better. Oh, mother, if you learned anything from this, take what you've learned and do something to make it better. Is the sound okay? Nadine was a happy girl, loving and loved too, with fawn-colored hair, playing her flute like moonbeams. And then one day leukemia came. In the midst of the shock and the pain came an invitation to Melissa's garden. Greeted with hugs and exuberance, she knew that she was one of them. She almost didn't go, it might be too gloomy. Their laughter won her over, it really was perfect. They shared the joys, they shared the pain. They saw her off to college just the other day. Her picture hangs upon their wall, with survivors, some still fighting, and those who passed on, for the gift of love and lifelong friends. Our gratitude to TLC will never end, and here I stand, though I don't know yet what it will be. I'm gonna take what I've learned and do something to make it better. Standing in the light of Melissa and Lauren's love, I'm gonna take what I've learned and do something to make it better. Imagine the world if no matter what places we have been, we take what we've learned and do something to make it better. What a wonderful world if no matter what places we have been, we take what we've learned and do something to make it better. Oh, mother, if you've learned anything from this, take what you've learned and do something to make it better. That was our lives in 2009 and 10.
Just unmuting there. That was a really powerful song. And writing from what you know, when people talk about write what you know, it gets really, when it's that tight and personal, it's really tough. But it's great to be able to turn it into creativity and new directions. Quite a song. I think you're muted again.
I'm just.
Oh, there. Yeah, you're there. Wow. We're going to pop in one here. That is sort of the banner tune of Breakneck Ridge Review. It's called Breakneck Ridge. I wrote it about the Hudson Valley, this part of the world. It's Lenape territory. Long 400 years ago, a guy named Henry Hudson came in and made it. His name became the name known for this region, but obviously for thousands of years before then, it was
settler colonists here to take the Lenape name and the Lenape land and put his own name on it. But
yeah, it seems to have been a historical trend. So hopefully you can still hear us here. This is again the Earth Institute Sunday Sanity show. We are in a novel situation where, unlike I'm not in my office. I'm in David Ross's studio in Beacon, New York, with my good friends David Ross on guitar over there, and Laurie Siegel, and her brother was here earlier, Peter from Vermont. We have with Karen Brooks. We have Barbara Descant in Buffalo, Ray Pierre Humbert in Oxford, England, and Andre Codrescu, the great poet of our pandemic times and all the surreal times before then. So here's Breakneck Ridge. With some of the voices that we normally do it with, not the whole schmear. So hold on. I came from old New England's shores. I miss those salty tides. My friends from Rocky Mountains high, they crave their starry skies. Some flock to California towns where sunsets glow like ale. But it's Hudson River banks and hills that make my soul set sail. From Breakneck Ridge to the Bear Mountain Bridge and all that lies between. In autumn's gold and winter snows and spring and summer's green. A billion years of time and toil are etched in these old hills, carved by ice and dynamite, but they stand firm here still. Seen tomahawks and cannon fire and mighty industries, but these Hudson Highlands will endure when we are history. From Breakneck Ridge to the Bear Mountain Bridge and all that lies between. In autumn's gold and winter snows and spring and summer's green. I've been around this whole wide world. I've been up toward the pole.
You really went there.
But when I die, please let me lie in Hudson Valley soil. From Breakneck Ridge to the Bear Mountain Bridge and all that lies between. In autumn's cold and winter snows and spring and summer's green. One more time. From Breakneck Ridge to the Bear Mountain Bridge and all that lies between. In autumn's cold and winter snows and spring and summer's green. So the best thing about today is we can do harmony. Through 14 months of the show, we've all been in little boxes, as Peter Kaplan sang a song about little boxes. There's an old folk song about little boxes on the hillside, and he made the song about little boxes, meaning what we're doing here. And it's just great to be in a room with people where I can kind of like stand up and hug them. We're all vaccinated, and I hope you are. And I hope the world catches up with where we are in America. I will remind people that fewer than 1 billion people on this planet have had even one shot so far, and half of those have had one shot. The half of the 800 million have only had one shot. And the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is sort of a minor player compared to the others. So we have a long way to go on a global a globally linked planet with a virus that's very clever and adapting itself. The longer it's simmering out there, the more chances it will have to mutate, and we'll need new variations of the vaccine. We are in trouble still. It feels great here in America. We're not there yet. So some more music, and I do see some good friends from the Catskills are coming along. Let me get them into the mix here. Donna and Rick Nestler. I kind of pulled you in for a fraction of a second earlier when you were still rehearsing. Good morning.
Oops. How you doing?
It's great to be with you. Haha. So come on to Beacon. Join us. I know. Donna is still very constrained by a broken leg that's slowly healing, and I know the boat is beckoning to you too. So hope you're both doing okay.
Hopefully, I'll get to see it from shore today.
Oh,
we're going to go down to Mamaroneck to drop a couple things. Well, Rick's going to go to the boat. I'm going to sit on shore going.
Well, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
The way we're set up, we can't all yet hear you, but everyone here says hello, Donna, and yeah, there we go. And great to have Ray here too. And as I said, Andre and Barbara. Anything, what comes to mind first in this sort of mid to late May moment in the Catskills, for Catskillian right now, but with people who are all very much boaty people, water people, what comes to mind for you musically this morning?
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, I shouldn't assume you have one mind.
Oh, definitely not.
I know.
Well, although, he's a half-wit and I'm half-wit, so together we're a wit.
He's a half-wit and I'm a half-wit, so together we're a wit.
So I figured we'd do something. There is a boat in this song.
It's in San Francisco, though.
So we just felt like doing a little bit of sort of some ragtime jug band stuff. Ready?
I like the way Rick does this. He's doing it for me.
Got the blues when she left me down by the San Francisco Bay. Ocean liner come and took her away. Me treated her so bad, she was the best gal I ever had. She said goodbye, made me cry. Gonna break right down and die. Well, I ain't got a nickel and I ain't got a lousy dime. Don't come back, something, don't lose my mind. If she ever come back to stay, it's gonna be another brand new day. Hey, walk with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay. Meanwhile, on my back porch, I'm wondering which way to go. Girl that I'm so crazy about says she don't want me no more. Think I'll hop a freight train, cause I'm feeling blue. Ride all the way to the end of the line, and I ain't gonna think about nothing but you. Well, I ain't got a nickel and I ain't got a lousy dime. Don't come back, something gonna lose my mind. Never come back to stay, it's gonna be another brand new day. Hey, walk with my baby down by San Francisco Bay. city. I'm about to go insane. Thought I heard my baby call the way she used to call mine. Think I'll hop a freight train, cause I'm feeling blue and I'm gonna ride all the way to the end of the line. Ain't gonna think about nothing but you. Well, I ain't got a nickel and I ain't got a line down. Don't come back soon, think I'm lose my mind. If she ever come back to stay, it's gonna be another brand new day. Walking with the baby down by San Francisco, talking with the baby down by San Francisco, talking with the baby down by San Francisco Bay.
I'm always amazed that he gets all those words out clearly. It's like,
Especially on a Sunday morning.
oh yeah, anytime for him.
Yeah, that's pretty great. I love that line about half wit plus half wit equals wit. I might have to tweet that later. I hadn't heard that before. I'm sure it's been around a long time as a concept, but yeah, I feel that way. I'm kind of a quarter wit half the time. What does that make? You're a quarter wit half the time.
I'm not doing any arithmetic today.
Eighth of a wit. So Laurie Siegel behind me. It will probably get the camera balance better the next time, so you can see my wonderful friends here. Is going to sing a powerful song that she wrote that really vaults us forward from moments like the ones we've been in here lately. So Laurie, can you lead us into this epic song? And if everybody out there mutes and sings along, anyone out there in the world, whether you're taking a walk or watching us at home, put this song in your heart.
Singing along is definitely encouraged. When I sing my song, I'm going to sing out loud. When I sing my song, I'm going to sing out loud. I'm going to sing out strong, and I'm going to sing out proud. When I sing my song, I'm going to sing out loud. Let's sing that together. When I sing my song, I'm going to sing out loud. When I sing my song, I'm going to sing out loud. I'm going to sing out strong, and I'm going to sing out proud. When I sing my song, I'm going to sing out loud. When I speak my mind, I'm going to speak it clear. When I speak my mind, I'm going to speak it clear. I'm going to speak out without shame and doubt. Speak out without fear. When I speak my mind, I'm going to speak it clear. No matter who tries to stop me, I'll have my say. No matter who tries to stop me, I'll have my say. 'Cause we're in a band in humankind, we'll make it any other way. No matter who tries to stop me, I'll have my say. Many voices make a stronger song. Many voices make a stronger song. So if you want to fight to keep your rights, lift your voice and sing along. Let me hear ya. Many voices make a stronger song. But when I sing my song, I'm gonna sing out loud. When I sing my song, I'm gonna sing out loud. I'm gonna sing out strong, and I'm gonna sing out proud. When I sing my song, I'm gonna sing out loud. When I sing my song, I'm gonna sing out. When I sing my song, I'm gonna sing out. When I sing my song, I'm gonna sing out loud. All right.
Great. Beautiful, Laurie.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll work it out the next time.
Sometimes I do it in D minor.
I was capered up here.
So I'm going to throw in one here. It's a very fine line, which so don't play guitar, just sing, because I think we're not tuned to great. So speaking of very fine lines, it was a very fine line between that virus emerging in China a year and a half ago and being stamped down and not. It was a very fine line between certain presidential outcomes over the last decade or two and not. Every vote counts, yeah. And it's a very fine line just going through life day to day these days. It's a complicated world. So a long time ago, I wrote a song called "A Very Fine Line." It's the title of the album, the one and only album I put out back in 2013, which is, I can't believe getting to be such a long time ago. And here it is. It's a very fine line between winning and losing. A very fine line between living and dying. A very fine line between loving and leaving. Most of your life you spend walking a very fine line. Well, 5 out of 6 lotto numbers won't win you a dime. If that driver ahead is a nut, you may soon be flying. Your girl's out the door if you say right things at the wrong time. Most of your life you spend walking a very fine line. It's a very fine line that you got to walk. Gotta watch every word when you make small talk. Gotta watch every step or you'll find yourself crazy and crying. Most of your life you spend walking a very fine line. A very fine line. A very fine line. It's a very fine line between loony and sane. A very fine line between a loss and a gain. A very fine line between pleasure and pain. Most of your life you spend walking that very fine line. Well, people you think are a genius are this far from bent. President blows an election by 0.5%. We all know love hurts, but we try it again and again. We know that the line between love and despair is so thin. It's a very fine line that you got to walk. Gotta watch every word when you make small talk. Gotta watch every step or you'll find yourself crazy and crying. Most of your life you spend walking a very fine line. It's a very fine line that you got to walk. Gotta watch every word when you make small talk. Gotta watch every step or you find yourself crazy and crying. Most of your life you spend walking a very fine line. A very fine line. A very fine line. Winning and losing.
A very fine line.
Living and dying.
Very fine line.
Loving and leaving.
Very fine line.
Loony and sane.
A very fine line.
Loss and a gain.
Very fine line.
Pleasure and pain. Very fine line. It's a very fine line that you got to walk. Gotta watch every word when you make small talk. Gotta watch every step or you'll find yourself crazy and crying. Most of your life you spend walking a very fine line. A very fine line. Life's a very fine line. It's a very fine line. A very fine line. So I hope you stay on the right side of that very fine line, everybody. And let's go back into the group here. Great bunch of people. And I see Joanne Rand is up in California, up in Humboldt County. Oh, it's great to have you with us, as always.
Yeah.
Good morning, Joanne.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm up.
So you probably noticed we have a different setup here. There's like more than one person in the room.
I know. I love it. Amazing.
Could you hear us okay, by the way? We're still trying to be sure we can get heard out there in our new.
Yes, it sounds great.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm excited. Yeah, we're in Beacon, New York, about 5 minutes from where I live, my old friend David Ross's studio. And this is where Breakneck Ridge Review, our little ensemble, has rehearsed for a number of years now. We're getting to be it's getting to be a long time adventure. It's great to have California in the room. So Joanne, how are you doing? First of all, what's life like out there? I know there's some wildfires have popped up. They're not wildfires, by the way. Topanga And
Not where we live. We're in the
there
far
are some-
north where we're behind the redwood curtain. So
there you go.
it's foggy out there right now. And
Those redwoods are such remarkable creatures.
yes, we just went for this great redwood hike yesterday. I'm so grateful to be here, but
Fantastic.
getting ready to fly to Florida to see my folks, which is really scary for me.
Wow.
But
Well, it's doable. A number of people I know, including one of my sons, have flown lately, and if you're vaccinated and careful, it should be fine. It's a weird feeling to get out of the cocoon.
right, I've got a serious case of agoraphobia going on here.
Yeah, well, just they'll pull you there. Knowing about the love that's at the other end will make it worth doing.
Right.
Do you have a song in mind this morning?
Yeah. Let's see. This one, I've got a couple if you have time, but if not, I'll start with this one. It's and I have to play it over here. It's about a dream. I write a lot of songs, just telling what my dream was, just telling the story of the dream. So I usually go see my folks 4 times a year, and I can turn my sound down. So there we go. I usually go see my parents 4 times a year because they're in their late 90s. And anyway, I haven't seen him for over a year now. And this song came out early on in the pandemic. So, and I had to keep adding the months to the line. It's called Wanna Come Home. Dreamt I was loping light as a feather across fields of green with my trusty dog beside me. Dreamt I was living in a chapel more fine than anything, full of music, sex, and sensuality. Dreamt I was on the doorstep of my father's wholesome house, and the door was opening before me. I threw back my head and I shouted out with glee, I have come home to you, Daddy. I have come home. I have come home. I have come home. Truth is that I haven't run for years, and my dog is a stumbling pile. Disease, fire, and famine rule the land, and I fear to go the mile. So it's been 12 long months and counting since I saw my father's door. The masks are off, man is pit against man, and no one knows what for. I wanna come home. I wanna come home. I wanna come home. I was born and bred to be privileged class, but of the ruling few I see little human left. So smug, so white, so clean, and their children's eyes so keen, lording over fellow man in a game of king of the mountain. Oh, I wanna come home. I wanna come home. I wanna come home. Dreamt I was loping light as a feather across fields of green with my trusty dog beside me. Dreamt I was living in a chapel more fine than anything, full of music, sex, and sensuality. Dreamt I was on the doorstep of my father's wholesome house, and the door was opening before me. I threw back my head and I shouted out with glee, I have come home to you, Daddy. I have come home. I have come home. I have come home.
Spectacular.
Well, yeah.
Well,
And the funny thing is, I set my alarm so I'd wake up this morning. I can talk like this, right? And I was having a very similar dream. I had to take time to write the whole thing down. So, yeah.
Very cool.
I think it's, a lot of us are coming out of this place we've been, this holding pattern we've been in for 13 months. It's grown comfortable in a way,
That's true.
And
It's true.
It's a new world.
Yeah, and I think it's a hybrid world going forward. Again, the miracle of this stuff is that we can become friends with you a continent away. The restriction is, we're all still in separate cubes for the most part.
I was reading this Washington Post article yesterday talking about life from here on. It sounds like we might need to be masking in the winters and getting a booster shot every year. And
yeah, that second part I think is inevitable. Again, there's 6 billion plus people on the planet who haven't been vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
Only 7.8 billion people on the planet, and the virus likes that. It's a nice bit of, it's like a petri dish. It's like a planet-sized petri dish, and we are the petri. we're the agar. So the longer we have that many people unvaccinated, the more this is going to just keep percolating. But that's for another day. The shows I do during the week are about those tough issues. Ray, before we go, is there some quick little number you want to squeeze out? Donna's giving you some code, squeezebox code.
I want to thank you for keeping this show happening. Thank you for keeping this show happening, even though things are opening up. Hope you keep it going.
We will. Oh yeah. Well,
yeah, yes. So one of the big deals here, in terms of opening up, is that we were able to actually have a May Day again. We didn't actually get up at dawn like we usually do on May Day to do Morris dancing, but we did our dances at 11 at several different places. And so, if it works, I will show you our one of our May Day dances at the Wolvercut Abbey, the ruins of the Wolvercut, the Godstow Abbey. If it doesn't, I have another melodeon piece I will trot out instead. So let's try, see if this share works. Yes. Okay. This time. Okay. Right. Okay. So are you seeing seeing our Morris side? Actually, let's see. I forgot to turn on the sharing of audio so you can hear our bells. So. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I didn't get the share audio button, but I'm going to be playing along live anyway because it was a noisy day. So here we go.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That worked great. That worked just great.
That's good.
Somehow the sound did come through. We heard the Morris dancers clicking.
Oh, you heard the bells. Yeah, the bells are really great. Yeah. That's a let's see, I've got it. That's a tune called in the dance called Upton on Severn. And actually, if you've read the I'm getting an echo, but anyway, I'm going to stop. I'll stop talking soon anyway. If you've read the Philip Pullman books, especially Book of Dust, the Godstow Abbey plays a big role in it. And in that alternate history, the abbey wasn't destroyed by Henry VIII at the time of the dissolution of the monasteries. But you could still go there, and the pub nearby that appears in Philip Pullman, the Trout, that's there, going strong. So
that's really cool. And I didn't know that those stories had some sort of relationship to actual manifestations in the actual world. That's really cool.
Oh, yeah, and in fact, when you read the stories, you get the impression of Oxfordshire as a very wet place. And in fact, people don't realize it. It's a little bit like Venice. We're just absolutely crisscrossed with waterways: the Thames, the Oxford Canal, the Charwell, the Isis, all the branches, and a lot of wetlands. We have water meadows that flood up to your knees seasonally, and then have cows in. Like today, my bike ride was at a place called the Devil's Backbone, which is a ridge that connects Upper Hinksey and Lower Hinksey. It goes through a fen, and it's been a traditional path since medieval times. It's a wonderful place.
That's fantastic. Well, I'm hoping we can fit in one more quick tune each from Rick and Donna and Joanne, and then we'll close out with something more here in the studio. This has been a great morning. Ray, that was just fantastic, and I can't believe that the sound it worked. It worked beautifully.
Oh yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in screen sharing, but it worked. Yeah, that's nice.
It worked.
3 frets.
So what's the you don't have to respond musically, but what's on your minds to close things out, Rick and Donna?
Oh, well, first I have to say, Ray, I've gone down a rabbit hole. I'm looking for a new 3-row concertina, Anglo.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, the concertinas are fantastic. Next, you'll be going after a bandoneon. That's been on my my wish list here, is to actually get a bandoneon so I could do tangos properly.
Oh, no, I just want a better concertina. This one I picked up at a junk store for $135. Time.
Yeah, well, good luck with the search.
I sent you an email, so look for it at some point. And we're okay. He's saying stop talking.
Donna decided we haven't done a Dylan song. I don't think on the entire song, the entire run of the show, and we like them, but we tend to go for the more obscure song. So this is one of our favorites.
If today was not an endless highway, if tonight was not a crooked trail, if tomorrow wasn't such a long time, lonesome would be nothing to me at all. Only if my own true love was waiting, if I could hear his heart softly pounding, only if he were lying by me, could I lie in my bed once again. I can see my reflection in the water. I can speak the words that show no pain. I can't hear the echo of my footsteps. Can't remember the sound of my own name. Only if my own true love was waiting, if I could hear his heart if he were lying by me, could I lie in my bed once again? Only if my own true love was waiting, if I could hear his heart softly pounding, only if he were lying by me, could I lie in my bed once again. There's beauty in the silver singing river, there's beauty in the sunrise in the sky, but none of these and nothing else can match the beauty I remember in my lover's eyes. Only if my own true love was waiting, if I could hear his heart softly pounding, only if he were lying by me, could I lie in my bed. I learned that from a bluegrass band.
Sorry, a little bit of a. Let's see. I'm trying to unmute Joanne. I think you have to unmute yourself.
Hi.
There we go.
Was
That
that,
was
one of Dylan's early songs?
Yeah, it was. I'm quite sure that was very early.
I have a memory of hearing that when I was like 11 years old. My friend's older brother loved Dylan, and like when he first came out, you know.
I'm trying to remember the bluegrass band that played there. There is a bluegrass version of that I remember too, Donna.
I remember the album was Red, White, and Bluegrass.
Ah.
I don't remember the name of the band, unless that was the name of the band too.
Bluegrass. No, it wasn't. We'll have to. Someone out there in internet land will look it up and answer it for us. So, from Humboldt County, from the land of the redwoods and the mist, what's a going away tune for you, Joanne?
I wrote this one early on in the pandemic as well, and I might have played it here many months ago, but I just worked it out on piano. So it's called "Take Me Back." Take me back to when it was safe to be naive and we could look each other in the eyes and believe. 'Cause when I was a girl, it was a kinder world than the one my daughter's growing up to see. Kindness mattered, integrity was key. We were more inclined to live and let be. But the stakes are higher now. I know we all agree. Scrapping for survival can be ugly. I wanna see my mama. Oh, I wanna see my dad. Oh, I wanna see my sweet southern homeland and lay my head. Take me back to the land of my youth, when you could sail the world on a smile and a truth. 'Cause the time when I grew, it was a time when you knew that any stranger would go that extra mile for you. Kindness mattered, integrity was key. We were more inclined to live and let be. But the stakes are higher now, and I know we all agree. Scrapping for survival can be ugly. I wanna see my mom. Oh, I wanna see my dad. Oh, I wanna see my sweet southern homeland and lay my head. So take us back, or better yet, bring it forth all the kindness that lies in us. 'Cause the time that's at hand is gonna take all that we're worth, and we need allies that we can trust and stand. Kindness matters, integrity rules. Let's build bridges and keep our cool, 'cause the stakes are higher now, and I know we all agree. Let's reach out, let's reclaim our humanity. Oh, 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 I wanna see my mama. Oh, I wanna see my dad. Oh, oh, I wanna see my sweet southern homeland and lay my head, and lay my head, and lay my head.
Beautiful. Well, I don't remember that one from before, so that's a wonderful addition to this show. What a great, hopeful song. It has
I'm glad you think it's hopeful.
Well, no, I think, that's what it was, not past tense.
Right. It's like there is hope. Yes.
Yeah, there's still a
reclaim
future.
our humanity. Yeah.
Yeah. It's still a tough moment. It's like when Dean Friedman was on here 6 months ago, last summer, 8 months ago. He did that wonderful song, I just, a halfway normal world. It starts out, I just want to go to the movies, meet up with some of my friends. And there's a line about going to see a baseball game. And now people are going to baseball games. So his song is starting to become a bit of a past tense song, at least. But it was a wonderful moment when he captured that song. It was just spectacular, as was that one.
I have a young daughter who wrote a song, and she's got lines in it like, when can I hug a friend on the street? I want to be, sometimes I just want to be where it's loud, surrounded by all the people I have yet to meet.
Wow.
And she's 22, so that's what they're going through, right?
So get her on the show next time. Seriously.
She's asleep.
Oh, all right. Oh, that part. Oh, right. 22. It doesn't work well with 8:30 in the morning. Hey, it's been great to have you all on here. We're going to close out with a tune here from the Sustain What Sunday Sanity studio in Beacon, New York. With my friends David Ross and Laurie Siegel, and Patrick Jones would be with us, but he's out catching baby eels, counting eels in the Hudson River in one of the estuaries, which is he has a wonderful passion for biology and a degree in biology, and normally he'd be playing bass or guitar with us here. So we say hi to Patrick Jones. And here's a tune. David Ross, I think you're going to close us out here.
This is a Guy Clark song that we try to sing in all of our shows because it speaks to the values that he put out there into the world. It's called Stuff That Works. I got an old blue shirt and it suits me just fine. I like the way it feels, so I wear it all the time. I got an old guitar, it won't ever stay in tune. I like the way it sounds in a dark and empty room. I got an old pair of boots that ain't fit just right. And I can work all day, and I can dance all night. I got an old used car and it runs just like a top. I get the feeling it ain't ever gonna stop. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up. The kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real. Stuff you feel. That's the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. I got a pretty good friend who's seen me at my worst. He can't tell if I'm a blessing or a curse, but he always shows up when the chips are down. That's the kind of stuff I like to be around. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, yeah, stuff you feel. That's the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. I got a woman I love, she's crazy and paints like God. She got a playground sense of justice, she won't take odds. I got a tattoo with her name right through my soul. Well, I think everything she touches turns to gold. Yeah, stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, yeah, stuff you feel. That's the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Stuff that works,
Stuff that works,
stuff that holds up,
holds up.
the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Yeah, stuff that's real,
Stuff that's real.
stuff you feel. That's the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Yes, that's the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. That's the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's all she wrote. Thank you all for being here today. Those in the audience who tuned in for this little experiment in our new format, we'll be doing this again. And maybe not every weekend, but we'll be trying to do this. The more we get together, the more we feel together, the more the world seems to be coming together. And just stretch out, share this with others as soon as we're done. As you all know, this is a Columbia University production, really, in the sense that they've enabled me to do this all this time and as part of my work at the Earth Institute initiative on communication and sustainability, which includes the arts and hearts. You can't get the world's problems addressed without a big dose of both. And thanks again. Share this as soon as we're done on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, or wherever else you find it. And have a good day.
Say hi to Lisa.
I will when I get home. You see, I'm not even at home, but I will do that. Take care, Donna.
Thanks, Andy. Bye.
Good to see you all.